Thank you. Everybody sign the book? No. Here's the pen. You sign the book, please. I want to get to thank everybody for making us time on a Saturday afternoon to come out and pay respect to somebody who we might know, somebody that we think we know, somebody that had left here some while ago, but we need to mark this occasion. It's important for me and for the family now. We are all related, at least in the family of Rio Club, in some kind. Right? This book is going to go back to Houston with names of people who honor her while she was here, her ashes. But I know that in spirit, you will be able to honor a fellow Rio Clarion. I'm sure you've never thought of it that way. Be proud of being from Rio Clarion. Be proud of being a Jurawan. Be proud and understand that we are living in a legacy of one particular person, the matriarch that we call Muma. We could all have stories of Muma here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And we have all been at the receiving end of some licks of some type. But those licks was not necessary, was not meant to really beat you, but was to protect you and that would make you learn better ways than simply existing. Right? We are standing on the shoulders of people who gave their lives. Understand? Going all the way back before the Second World War. So one of the reasons you're eating ice cream right now is because in them days they didn't have ice cream. My mother told me that she wanted vanilla ice cream before she died, especially in the last 2 weeks, but she couldn't eat something. She wanted vanilla ice cream because she was in America, she could eat what she wanted, and they had plenty. Favorite brand was vanilla. In Houston there's a brand called Bluebell, and sometimes I try to fool her with eggnog ice cream. She said I never did. She could not speak very well, but knew the difference between this ice cream. I just want to pass the talking stick to anybody else who might want to say something in honor of my mother, or basically identify yourself and what other connection you have with the family, whether you have a direct biological connection, friend of the family. But I am happy, certainly happy, 100 happy to see you. Okay? What do you want to say? Just pass the talking stick like what you do that.
I did really exercise part here by getting up. Right, as you all would have heard in the cemetery, there are four boys in our immediate family from. I am the eldest, Michael is the second. We have two younger ones, Louis, Easter, and Jeff, who is fourth. And we are all members of the elderly. Guys, that's my grandchildren too. Alright, just to continue on the vein of Michael, let's start with this. We know that we have a lot of relatives in Rio Claro. Both Michael and I were born in Rio Claro, raised in our earlier years in Rio Claro. I attended St. Teresa RC for the first 2 years, I think. I left in from 1 or 2. And we then went to Superior for a couple of years, and then to Sinal for the rest of the years that Mom was with us, which will be in and around 1980-81. After that, my family relocated to Laurelin, Gulview, and Michael, Louis, and Jeff migrated together with Mom, and they have been resident there since then. In between time, visiting would have taken place both to and from. Like both parties, I would talk to Rio Claro many times when Mom was here. I will go to Houston and visit and so on. And that was going on for quite a long time, until of course things start to change and adjustments have to be made. So that the family that we know in Rio Claro should have consisted, since both my mother and father came from Rio Claro. We counted one day that there are 52 first cousins of us. I can remember more than 5 people's names. Don't forget about, don't mention about where they are located and so on. So when I say I go in Rio Claro, I go to look for 52 cousins. And then I'll find out who gone away, who ain't here anymore, who with who, and the whole that are drunk. In the meantime, too, some of the other siblings of moms would have left us as recently as last year. You know, full past last year, Ruby in 2019, correct me if I'm wrong. And Lausi moved in around 2004. Claire very early. Claire was living by us when she passed. That would be late 1970s, early 19. I think about 1979, 80. And who am I saying? That would be it. And Judy was in the church today. I saw Judy. So, well, from that side of the family, Kerrick and Judy are the remaining siblings of moms. And as we are saying, if the cousins could get to know one another, so I know COVID slowed down and caused a lot of hiccups to people's active life. But we are supposed to be back, I suppose. Although I know we're supposed to be wearing masks and sanitizing and going back to the other word that I learned during COVID called protocol. And so we have to follow protocols. And then some of us have another word I learned in COVID called comorbidities. All you know that word? Many of us had it and we didn't even know. And now they give it a name. They say that comorbidity. So when you're sick, they say I have a comorbidity. Right. So cousins, welcome. And I would like to say on behalf of us, the immediate family, thanks to Alima for hosting us today and doing a lot of the necessary praying and praying that caused today in the church to happen and this togetherness that we are having here. I do notice Glemmer, although we do call Glemmer part of the family, Glemmer family used to grow up with us in Rio Claro, because I said our first few years in life, when we were born, we lived in Rio Claro, Lazari village. I don't know if people still use that word. I hardly hear about it. We're talking about Batty Street. But then I always remember they always put the address as Jurawan Lazari village. But officially, these days I don't hear about it. So we are part of Rio Claro still. And that's why we chose to bring Mom back to Rio Claro for her last visit. So again, as I was saying just now, thank you Adina, thank you Uncle Keno, thank you Vero. Hey Vero, cook boy. Yes, so that being said, I'm getting tired, so I will just run. Thank you very much. Hey, Sandra wants to say something. You don't know Sandra wants to say something? Yep, I bet you this is Sandra, very much. This is Sharon, is that your name? Sharon, my daughter. And Nigel, my son. So name-wise and family-wise, this is us. This is our folks.
Like he said, I am Sandra, his wife, but I'm also Sandra by myself. These are my two children, Sharon and Nigel.
Our children.
And he says our children. Nigel has two grandchildren, two granddaughters.
No, I have two children. I have no grandchildren.
My granddaughters, two children, and she has a granddaughter and a grandson. And that's the addition to this family, because I really don't know the 17 and the 20 by Pearl and by whoever and stuff, but I've heard about it and the names mentioned and stuff. So this is our little addition to all that said. I'm happy to meet Henry. Yes. Huh? Again, yes. We met at the reunion and we met sometime afterwards in Houston. Always welcome. And I remember asking Nigel, we have visited at Vero. When Nigel was about a year. That's 59 years ago. Yes, since then. Yes, yes. It's good that we can have these kinds of things when somebody passes, because people grieve in their own way and they comfort themselves in their own way. And this is how we as Trinidadians do it. We have the funeral, we go to the cemetery, we have a little session, you know. So it's all something that we need to feel that we have given her the best and send her off nicely. So it's nice that we can get together and do that. Thank God no COVID around to stop us. Yeah.
Alright. My name is Ike. And I really don't know what to say really, but if you ask me questions about her, I can answer.
Why she was named
As a good person.
because on the birth paper it says Catherine Lochan.
Yes.
So I'm trying to find out who know what struck to get name, because many times in the village they get a name but they're not so official.
Well, in those days, they used to call you by a whole name. A whole name. Like me. My name is Kenny. But they never call me Kenny. Keno or hey boy. Go ahead, next one. Anybody want to know about mine?
You have a memory? Have a favorite memory or something?
Yeah, I remember when she used to pass the tape. I remember when she used to do Papi Organ. Boom, and she'd say, we don't buy the shot and sugar and bring that to the then the evening, she gave it and none or Gucci.
Like when you live in your house in the hill there?
That's right. You know the old house. Yeah, I say you know the old house.
Yeah, I used to be there.
That's right, you and your husband.
I don't know what he did.
All right. All right. Yeah.
I was there around that time.
I wasn't going to school on the hill. Okay. Yeah, you remember?
He used to like plenty, so he used to be okay.
All right. Any more? Glenn, you must have something that bad.
Where we live is upstairs where Michael and Bobby and everything holiday. And was just like a mother to them. She was make sure she watch over them and everything so that when vacation comes, when vacation is over, they will be well okay to go back home. And Bobby was a good friend of my big brother. Michael and I used to do well. And Jeff and Ian. Yeah, so I had brothers living upstairs, and we were living downstairs with their father, Mr. Sherman. So we were very, very close, very close. And that's, I know you will say something, you know, where's Ali? Stay quiet.
All you want to ask a question about mine?
She has some kind of secret here.
Now you know the car.
But we will leave that for next time.
The memory almost full, you know.
I reached that age, I forgot.
All you want to know.
So, I will take my departure now.
One thing I can tell you is that your mother and Marge,
Best friend.
best friends,
Yeah.
upstairs the tailor's store here was county council.
All right.
And on a Sunday evening,
Yes.
they used to have
Still there.
record session.
Yes.
George Samuel playing.
All right. All right.
Uh, 6 cents to go in. Mr. Miles' father, I forget the man name.
Ken Miles.
I forget his name, but he was the first scavenger in the local. He used to come out with Grace the mule and bring garbage. Oh, you see, somebody playing really good too. You see where they have the going into walks
Yeah.
opposite there.
Right.
Was the first labas in the local.
Okay.
And I remember Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed and Grace used to go and dump the thing there.
Right.
March, Olim, Tito Tonil, Manding, Slim Lucas, Manding, and you know them old boys and they Puntu all of them. 10.
Okay, Teddy.
All right. All of them going to dance out there. March and Bars. Man is scattering that corn meal all along the floor, can the grease, all kind of things. When you hear the finish, you have a trap going right round the horns. You're not even moving for me. But I will dance. When they put the foot down and they skip and they bounce the wall, they keep holding like they don't want to do anything. March went to, they had what do you call it? The carnival business of the carnival queen business. She came second. And it's only 2 of them in the race. She came second, you can't say last. You know who beat her? Olean.
Cyril?
Yeah. Your aunt. Cyril. And in the long bench on Layo August in the house, you know, Layo living next to Ma. By Sheriff. The nail of a bench on Layo August. Right wrong with your Claro Carnival Monday. Yeah, when they finish it, you know, she best dancing partner in them days, and they could have dressed. Oh, they could have dressed. We downstairs, you know, little boy in short pants, carrying the bottom and all kind of thing. I'm trying to pick up them 25 steps to go there. But you can't see nothing because they're wearing can. And the more can you have on, is the higher the dress go. And we done, little boy, you have to bend fast. She was one of the best dancers, Olin and Marge. But Marge's dancing partner was Bass. Yes. That was she, good dancing partner. Me and she had a conversation, let me go somewhere. In Houston, right? In Texas, you remember? When I was first time I came down there?
That was about 2002. Yeah, I started coming in and I said, they would keep this interview.
I remember I didn't dine here in the East.
No, he was looking good.
Yeah, and we had that conversation. Remember that you had to record it, right? And talk and laugh. Michael told me it's the first time he heard his mother laugh so loud.
Yes.
Me and she throw me in the couch. Not talking shit. But she is the person who have me in America. She's the person who come and do the thing. In them days, you know how much it was? $120. $120 to sign up for your green card. I didn't even have that. She paid by Davis somewhere downtown Houston. And do with it. And mind you, the first time I got a cup of country, okay? I fight. Man come pinching me dance. I eat that one good. I do it. Wait, garnish. I never see it's a crazy. She said, leave them people alone, leave them people alone. I said, you leave them people alone. But when I go to Texas and she and Dutch, they're the happiest people. Yes. They're the happiest people because they give me shot time to the treat. Doctor say, change about when you're sick. Shotine and bird food, shotine and bird food. Every day shotine and bird food. Hey, open your mouth, eat some. I guess it. I go in the hospital. Doctor say, change about when you're okay. From shotine and bird food, next day man give me breadfruit and you know what the doctor tell me? I suffering from largely. Right. You have to change your name. Yeah? That's it, man. Just to be what and she used to talk a good shit. A lot of people know that she used to talk a good shit. Maybe when she meet me. Yeah. But other than that, she was a very
Thank you very much. Everybody, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see faces. And not only Michael's face, eh?
So what they are waiting for me to talk, me to reveal this.
I know a lot of Don't worry, it's still there.
I'm only talking if you can remain.
Alright, so you all take care.
Okay, bye-bye. Say bye.
All right,
If
see
you
you
remain,
later.
I will speak a secret.
Next
You
time.
can go and not speak it.
Yeah, but having them kind of memories.
So what
She
is
was
talking about?
very, she was very circumspect when you come behind the children and then you go over there and mess around with the children, you know, she will put the motor pistol in anything nearby your window. Me too.
No, what was I going to say? That recording that I hadn't seen him for a while. He decided to come to Houston, and then I said we must capture this conversation because we are separated from Trinidad. And their recall of how they were growing up and so on informed a lot of my understanding of the challenges that they had growing up in the colonial days. You have to understand, this place was a forgotten part of the country. And people here were not meant to be valued or to be recognized in any serious way. This was an outpost that connected the Princeton mission to the Rio Claro mission to the Mayaro mission, and my great-grandmother, Muma, was the receptionist or the only contact when the governor came back. It's in the newspaper record here. They recognize Muma as being the center of the community for some reason.
Oh, one thing I forget to say is growing up in them days with man, every evening,
Yes.
or mostly on a Saturday and Sunday, when my say she coming out, we had to go. Anybody know where Miss Atang used to live?
Yeah.
Down in the back down there?
Yeah.
You know, down there, we had to go and pick up Madge. Riding Papi will bike, then man bike. You had to push it, conjure yourself to that kind of way, to put your foot between the pedal, the bar, to ride. We had to go and pick up Madge on in the drains.
You remember when you were there up in the drain too with a bicycle from on top of the hill there and you didn't have no brakes? It's the same drain him out did end up in down there. When we pick him up and we go home, come here, bust all of we tail. Left, right and center, everybody. Toot bad at it.
The one that she didn't say leave him there.
No, we didn't leave him because we had a woman there. She made him, we had home without it.
When Madge
We
used,
pick him up and we go with him.
we used to have to go and pick up Madge, and she had to walk the hill, you know, and tote the bike. Because if Papi get to know that the bike damaged, boys, licks.
Well, I think we didn't leave you, we back in the drain.
Yeah, licks all over. But she was the girl who used to cook the manikou, liquor, and security. Anyway, we had to go in the garden on a Saturday morning, and we come out with them clean the beer and such on the long to make sugar, to make syrup. The peeling and the cane, you have to trade for the hog. And you have to make sure and tie them hog and all them things. And you have to sit down on a thing. Mama used to make you sit down on a thing they call a denki. Squeezing cassava juice or
Yes,
a
yes.
big long thing there and you sit down there all day. You can't move, you know, to make cassava bread. But this other one we used to have to go up on the throat
Oh,
to squeeze the cane.
that's why you're looking so.
But it cut all part on the bottom.
That's what I said.
Shortly.
How much oil you have down there?
You see you?
No. So no. Alima, what did you say? You want to add something about your favorite memory of mine? I know you come down to spend holidays in Safari.
Excuse me, family.
We're supposed to party and spend holidays. Let's safari.
Hi guys,
Hi,
nice to meet you
guys.
guys.
Don't talk about something else. She put with the wash. Talk about something else. But you know me from the country, you know about joking board and top.
Yeah.
We don't know nothing about washing machine and dryer and thing. When we put clothes in the dryer, when we put clothes in the washing machine to wash now, they had, in those days, the washing machine was here and then they had the dryer on top. So you had to bring rollers, yeah.
A ringer.
Oh, ring out what you do. But they know what we are end up in it. But you know that man, she was the case. Then here the end of we used to go to Paris and spend vacation. And we came in all as well, a couple of times, but most of our memories is in Sapana.
Yeah.
And after that, whenever she come up, she will always visit Mommy, and most of the time when she will meet me home, very often I will be at work, but most of the time I will be at home, so she will visit and that kind of thing. But that is my memory of talking about it. Again,
Yes, and it was my hand that went in the ringer, eh? I decided to touch the ring like that. And my hand hooked him.
the ringer pull in the hand, it's a hook in it, pull in the hand. And the man
She
speak.
run across the man. She just ran out to disconnect the machine. She said, with a break your hand, with a break your hand, bow, bow, bow. Soft gun.
I look like crap, you know.
I would like to introduce myself. I haven't seen Bobby in years. I am not acquainted with your family. As far as I know, eh? Hello.
People, introduce.
These are my sisters. So Gail, Trina, God. And this is my niece. I'm connected. I'm knowing her. Douglas, Jurawan, parents.
Alright,
I
okay.
do not have much memory of March. I think she's my godmother. Either she or Ruby. I'm not, Judy told me Judy, but I can remember March. Judy has a good memory. Anyway, I do not have much memory of March. But I do have a mama who I grew with as a small child. When I was about 5 years, Mama must have been in her 80s at least, and she lived over 100. She must have been in her 80s at least at that time. And Mama used to, she lived, well, close to the area where,
Down here, just sit down there, man, you can
down here. No, we cannot over there. She loved her fireside. So almost every day she would go and cut fire stick. I'm talking about a woman in her 80s. Eh? She would cut fire stick and she would carry me with her. And she had 2 fat dogs that always followed her. And this is in the back where my sister lives, Donna. So it's in the back of the community center. Somewhere in that area, there was a large pond. And when we reached the pond, Mama would lift those 2 dogs and throw them into the pond. And go to cut the wood. And she had her axe, well I can remember the axe, and she would chop down a tree. And she would cut it up and put these small branches in a bundle for me, and all the big long branches for herself. And that was at distance from when Mama lived there. That is the, I'm speaking about the kind of blood, the kind of maybe stamina, the physical attributes that as a child I never thought much of it. I thought all old people were like that until I realized. And Kenneth was speaking about something this one. But you know, she was very much a part, a predominant person in the Butler riots that they had in Rio Caro when some people were killed. She was the matron, I think, taking the people up and carrying them to the hospital, or whatever they call it at the time. She was
a matron in the police.
Yeah, in the police. But
And she was a doctor,
medical,
nurse, surgeon,
Yes.
everything in the health center over there.
So she was, and she was a midwife. Half of Rio Caro at the time came through Mama's hands. So she was larger than life, but as a child I didn't know. And myself and my brothers, I have 7 brothers. I was always proud that March had 4 sons because I added them up. I have 6 sisters actually, but well,
How many brother you have?
7. It's 14 and 14.
14.
1, 4. So it's 7 girls and 7 boys.
Yes.
You ain't having no finger.
Tattoo.
So, Mama used to help my mother. I am sure, I remember Johnny, all of them were plastic there. All of them were part of the upbringing of my mother. And when he spoke about family, and it is so proud to come from such roots. And I have written stories that I can recall, and I sent them to, there was a literary, these are literary competitions, not local, abroad. And I sent them, and I won, my essays, my personal essays are actually in books. They call them, I'm forgetting it, anthropology, so I forget. Being brain, I forget. So, it is because of these backgrounds that I have such rich stories to tell. And I'm so proud to be part of this family, and I am proud to be connected with you all, even though the occasion is, but I don't believe in talking to death. What we call dead. And I was talking to Marge this morning, and she said that where she is so beautiful, and she's so happy. Those were the two main words that remained with me. The message was short.
Yes.
So it is so beautiful, and she's so happy. So I said, well, once I remember the message, it means that I meant to tell you, because sometimes something happens and it's first second it goes. But I remember, so I wanted to share the message as well. Thank you.
We need to honor that moment. Isn't that something that's abstract or distracted? What she said about the stories, we need to go find the stories about the publishing some, because this is part of the family story, part of the village story, part of the tribal story. We need to know, because this forms who we are. God put us here for a purpose, Sometimes it takes a little while to figure out what it is. And unfortunately, sometimes you get wrong before you find out. But the family is important. Connection is important. God lives in us, through us, and through our relationship. The priest said that today. Right? You just need to cultivate it. Don't take it for granted that what you're seeing here today will happen again. When I saw Kenrick coming to see his sister, and I'm in Houston, I said, let me put this on record because it might be forgotten. I'm going to digitize it and put that story forward together with your stuff. We'll create like a web space, an archive that will be private to family members. I don't want this thing to be going all over the place and look. This is valuable stuff that we need to share so you understand our Jurawanness. Where did it come from? You understand?
We must get the real meaning. I googled it and I saw different meanings, but we must get the root of the word to find out the meaning of the word Jurawan.
You see what I'm saying?
The meaning that I got was rulers. Mighty rulers.
That is the important word, mighty.
What I was saying is that word is a German word.
Jurawan?
Yeah.
I found it.
And the amount of Jurawans that they have in the world, I thought we were supposed to become settled into.
They were saying?
Did you hear that?
No, my attention.
No, it's
No,
important.
as we are on that point, just as part of my experiences, every time I met another person named Jurawan, I always try to trace it as
Yes.
anybody there with us. I met two clans of them. One in Kira, who was working with me in teaching at Kuwait Secondary, and there was another bunch I met who said that they live in Digomat. I met them in a conference one time.
Yeah.
And the ones from Digomatin, they were very fair. They were almost like, I could say 1%. 1% people. Yeah. But both sets of people knew nothing of us in Europe. That's the two I met. The ones that Papi used to carry us by were in Brasso. That's a different section. But the two that I encountered, that I tell you about from Kirapa and Digomatin, they know about it.
The one?
There is
The ones in Brasso.
ones in Digomatin.
Like you want the fair one.
There is one of those that used to come here to visit Mommy. Right?
Okay.
I don't know how it is, but he came on about 3 occasions.
A fair
But he
person?
was, yes.
Yes, I
Yeah,
remember.
and he was thin and tall.
Yeah.
Right? But he was a bit aged there. And then after
All
the
are we-
visit-
what-
no, but
no.
he was older than earlier. And then after his third visit, he never came again. But we don't know where to find him. But he said he was from Digomatin.
The ones in Digomatin, the ones from Digomatin I met, they are over estate in Blanchisse's that is now exporting chocolate. That's what the guy
One of
told
the
me.
cousins from Brasso, used to come visit mommy whenever she come to the club.
The one in Cuba is related.
I don't know she name, I don't call she
I
cousin.
think it's either brother and
I
sister.
don't say so, she cousin.
Sister,
I know
sister.
she live
But
in,
Papi had
her
a
husband in
sister
this
in
woman.
and one in
You know what I'm talking
Cuba.
about? Because she always
Only
go to
two
church
sisters.
together.
The one from Cape told me that how in his unofficial estimation, Joseph Jurawan, who is Papi, is the cousin of his father, who was Jacob Jurawan.
How come they have
It stopped right there. We didn't get any more connection.
Because that's how you get ahead.
Well, that's his name.
My name, that's the wrong name. I have a
Papi's
very English
father
name.
name was
That's how I got ahead. If I had a name like
Baba or something.
Well, they have some cousins in Cuba as well.
yeah.
That's the same thing I'm talking about. Those in Cuba and in Brazil, then it's aunt and cousin thing.
You know, they don't-
Papi had a sister in Brazil and one in Cuba. One in Juliet or Judith or something. So,
well, the one in Cuba also used to carry the light shoe.
well, Lausi and
Like
then
that.
two girls.
But
And then two girls, one dark
Okay.
and one a Michael.
Yeah, in the temple.
One was light and one was dark. But do accept the name. I can't remember.
So what I want to say, and Bobby probably
But they have some in San Grande too.
what we want to say is that don't let occasions like these be the only occasion where we could compare family stories and rebuild a connection. We're here for a reason. What he's talking about, I face that in the United States all the time. People, I have been living in the United States for like, let's say 40 years. People still ask me where am I from? And what am I doing there? Why you coming?
What you doing here?
What are you doing there? I have never seen myself as a wannabe American. I'm a Trinidadian in America, and I was taking care of my mother, and now that work, that physical work has stopped. But this is how it turned out. But we have relatives in the United States like Claire too, Laurel and Lorraine and Hayden and so on. They do not know this family. Laurel has been reaching out to me in particular for pictures. She wants to know who is who, why it is, because they grew up in the United States and the other half of their family didn't even tell them the circumstances of their mother's death. The fact that their husband or their father was in a terrible accident in Laos. They don't understand the family trauma and how they must have inherited some of that historical pain. Lauren is living in Rochester, upstate. Where is Laurel? In Florida. And Hayden also in Florida. And they also have children. So they have to have a message, a correct and accurate history to pass on. Not the Trinidad simply of red, white, and black, so-called Roman color. We are more than that. That's what we're trying to say.
That's important.
I understand, but we have to have the story of the people who produced the callaloo, and according to I, the sound of the Swiss is stick in the callaloo. Understand? I told him one time, when he just made graduated, he said what he misses about your car was the sound of the Swiss stick in the callaloo.
Oh,
Not the callaloo. The sound of the Swiss stick. And that has always come. So we have relatives abroad who long for the story, who need to know where we come from, and can build on it and inform us like how he's telling us today. She wrote stuff about it. She wrote stuff about no. We need to understand how that legacy has been passed down to struggle, to sacrifice, to discipline. We may remember the negative thing, but God is working through all of these unlovely spaces. You understand? It's only when you look back you see the hand of God in your life, and you have to say thank you and bow before that history. We are sent here for a purpose. When I go to America and I represent myself, I say I am from Rio Claro. They don't know. I don't care.
First time I was coming back home after 25 days, I sit on the plane, coming down the road, when I hit Piarco. Before I hit Piarco and the plane was going, you know how they say, you drop in height.
Yes.
I said, people, stand up there, I sing in the back near the bathroom.
Yeah.
You can eat hook now, I said, people, I hope all you inform all your family and them, because this plane landing in the new airport in Trinidad. Oh Lord. What new airport? Trinidad, new airport. Which one that place is? I had to call my family and say, where the airport is? I say, Rio Claro. True for real. The girl sitting next to me, a little custom officer, then my friend still, you know. As she hit the airport home and come out, you see, and I called my daughter to come and pick me up. I said, you tell her we know, she said, we know. We're going to keep the in Piaco, you know.
We're going to Rio Claro in the airport.
She called them.
No, I don't believe that before, that one.
I just tell them, I said, where you from? I said, Rio Claro. Where Rio Claro is? Southeast. Southeast way?
Yeah.
I said, Southeast Street. Well, we never hear about Rio Claro. I said, so where you living? I'm in town.
Okay.
No, actually, what he's saying there is this, and I don't want to get this going too much, but when people go to the United States, especially from the rural areas, they identify with the closest town, the closest urban area, because they want to be not from where they're from.
Yeah.
You understand? If I tell somebody I'm from Poole, where's that? Right? So they will say, I'm from San Fernando, I'm from South, some kind of global thing.
Yeah.
But you have to celebrate where you come from. Right?
I remember.
Rio Claro has a history, it has a story, and you need to unearth that story because we talk about Mummer and Butler in 1987. We come from that tradition. That's why sometimes I was get on bad myself.
Amy, this is Amy. Not. The man used to live across the street.
You know what she said?
Short boy.
Yeah.
1970. Who talked about 1970?
1970.
British American?
Yeah, she's talking about that strike and lead against